So to start out, maybe you can tell us a little bit about your background. Where did you grow up and how did you get interested in the entertainment business?
I started 15 years ago in the entertainment industry. I was more on the fashion side of things. I was like in front of the camera. I did, fashion shows in Italy, Germany, Greece, and then I went on to do some TV work in Japan for 3 years.
As a producer, you were producing?
Yeah. No. I was talent.
Gotcha.
I realized that's not for me. So I didn't have the passion for it. It was cool and I was able to travel, but it wasn't what my heart wanted. So I knew I wanted to be in entertainment, but I didn't know what in entertainment I wanted to do. I wanted to do business and something in the entertainment field. So producing kind of just fell on my lap. I one day had an investor come to me and just say, "Hey, Damon, I want to do something in Hollywood." I said, "Okay, what do you want to do?" And they said, "Let's make a documentary." So I said, "Okay, let's do it." I had no clue what I was doing. Literally, I had no clue. So I turned to Craigslist and I just started putting up posts. And posts like, I need a camera person. And then the camera operator would then say, "Well, who's going to be running, DIT?" And then the DIT would say, "Who's going to do this?" So you see me there putting up it's just Craigslist posts. And that's how I put together my first documentary. And I followed these cowboys across the United States. And, we ended up finding a story within that documentary that, got picked up by an EP. And then we got very close to getting picked up on network. But it was just, it had to deal with team roping. So at the time, the network, the advertisers were frowning upon the team roping because it's like roping cattle. So it's kind of crazy, but I learned I didn't know anything about production. I learned I need to figure this out. If I want to be in this kind of career, I need to study it. And so I was introduced to a producer named Ryan R. Johnson, at the time, Pretty Dangerous Films. He's done over like 50 films. And Ryan, my mentor, he took me under his wing and he sat me down and he broke down how does like a single purpose vehicle work, a special purpose vehicle work for like a film? How is the ownership split? How do you break it up between the creative and the investors? And then how do you sell it? How do you, all the small details with just the company, then the packaging side, then, how do you put in offers and sales companies? So I was learning from Ryan for almost 5 years. And I was working in a bar. It wasn't until 2012 where I said, "You know what? I can do this. I love this. I can do this." And I went out and took on my own project myself. And that was A Stranger in Paradise. And that had Stuart Townsend in it, so that's where I met Stuart. And that was the start of my feature producing career.
Gotcha. And just real quickly, on A Stranger in Paradise, how did you ultimately raise the money for that one? You're a new producer. You don't have a bunch of credits under your belt. So what does that first sort of fictional feature film look like in terms of your pitch to the potential investors?
I was fortunate enough that a film company in Thailand was wanting a project, a U.S. project to be shot in Thailand. So company Benetton Films, who ended up buying my company, they financed the picture. So I was on the U.S. side, and this Thai company was brought to me by a friend in the industry. They loved the script, and they wanted to really make something in Thailand, bring Hollywood actors to Thailand. And so that was, I found a niche. You know, it's really important that you have to find a niche, because there's so many different projects, there's so many different people, and you got to find like your niche in the industry. And that's what I did. Thailand was my niche.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Selling Your Screenplay podcast. If you'd like to hear the full interview, just go to sellingyourscreenplay.com/podcasts, or to go directly to the episode, just use the link in the show notes. Thanks for watching.